Hey guys, in today's video, me and
Sus Monkey
Sus Monkey are going to be doing a try not to laugh with sus Reddit stories. The first one we're doing is called "My Nephew Did It With I Couldn't Resist."
What? Okay, this is gonna be bad.
It's gonna be so good.
My name is Lauren, and sharing this story feels incredibly vulnerable. It's a deeply personal experience that I haven't shared with anyone close to me. But maybe putting it into words will help me process everything last summer. My brother and his wife asked me to look after their son Ryan while they went away for the weekend. Ryan had just turned 18, a bright and thoughtful young man who was always easy to be around. I agreed without hesitation, thinking it would be a typical few days of movies, snacks, and easy conversation. The first day went by uneventfully. Ryan and I spent time watching a comedy series, laughing over silly jokes, and catching up on life. Everything felt normal, but I could never have anticipated how much would change the following day. It was late morning when Ryan mentioned he was heading out to meet some friends. I was glad to have the house to myself for a few hours, and decided to relax in my bedroom, with the door slightly ajar. I scrolled through social media for a bit, and then decided to watch something to lift my mood. Everything seemed normal. It didn't even cross my mind that Ryan might come back early. But then the door opened unexpectedly. I turned, startled to see Ryan standing there, a surprised look on his face. "Lauren, I forgot my keys," he said quickly, but his expression betrayed more than his words. For a moment time seemed to freeze. I felt my cheeks flush with embarrassment as I scrambled to cover myself, wishing I could disappear. "Ryan, you should knock," I managed to say, my voice trembling. His gaze shifted nervously, and he stepped back, muttering an apology. "I'm sorry," he said almost too quietly, before turning and leaving the room. The rest of the day passed in awkward silence. Ryan avoided meeting my eyes, and I felt a tension in the air that hadn't been there before that evening. As we sat in the living room, I decided to address what had happened. "Ryan," I began cautiously about earlier. "Let's just forget it, okay?" He nodded quickly, but his expression remained unreadable. "Sure," I thought that would be the end of it. But the unease lingered over the next few days. Ryan seemed to find excuses to be around me more often. Small touches, lingering glances. It all felt strange, yet there was an undeniable connection forming between us. One evening as I was cleaning up after dinner, Ryan approached me. His voice was hesitant but steady. "Lauren, can we talk?" I turned to face him, drying my hands on a dish towel. "Of course, what's on your mind?" I can't stop thinking about what happened," he admitted, his cheeks turning red. "Ryan, it was an accident," I said quickly. "There's no need to dwell well on it. It's not just that," he said, taking a step closer. "I feel different when I'm around you. Like, I can talk to you about anything." His words took me by surprise. I wasn't sure how to respond, so I stayed silent, hoping he would say more. "You're someone I trust completely," he continued, "and I think I might feel something more than that." His confession left me stunned. Ryan was my nephew, and the thought of anything more than familial affection was unthinkable. But as he stood there vulnerable and honest, I couldn't deny the pull. I felt it wasn't right, and yet I couldn't ignore it. "Ryan," I said softly, "this can't happen. You're my family." "I know," he replied, his voice cracking, "but I've never felt this way before." I placed a hand on his shoulder, trying to steady us both. "We have to set boundaries. Whatever you're feeling, it's not something we can act on." Despite our conversation, the tension between us didn't dissipate. Ryan's presence became a constant reminder of the complicated emotions swirling inside me. I tried to focus on my own life, but his messages and visits continued. One evening, I received a text from Ryan. Can I come over? I need to talk. I hesitated but replied, okay. When he arrived, his expression was serious. Lauren, he began, I know you said this isn't right, but I can't stop thinking about you. You make me feel understood in a way no one else does. Ryan, I said firmly, this isn't about what we want, it's about what's right. Then why does it feel so real? He asked, his voice filled with frustration. I had no answer. The truth was, I didn't know why, but I knew we couldn't let these feelings take over time. We managed to maintain a semblance of normalcy. But every shared glance, every moment alone felt charged. Ryan's honesty had forced me to confront my own feelings. Feelings I wasn't ready to admit. My marriage had been strained for years. My husband Mark was often distant, his attention consumed by work. The emotional void I felt with him only made my connection with Ryan more confusing. One night after Mark left for a business trip, Ryan texted again. I need to see you. I replied, not tonight, it's too complicated. His response was immediate. Please, I'll keep my distance. I just need to talk against my better judgment. I agreed. When Ryan arrived, he stood at the door, hesitant but determined. I don't want to make things harder for you, he said. But I can't pretend I don't care. I sighed, stepping aside to let him in. Ryan, we've been through this. I know, he said, his voice steady, but you deserve to be happy. And I can see that you're not. His words cut deep. He wasn't wrong. My marriage had become a hollow shell, and Ryan's presence filled a void I hadn't even realized was there. But acknowledging that felt like crossing a line. I couldn't uncross Ryan. This isn't about what I deserve. I said, it's about what's right. He nodded, his eyes filled with a mix of sadness and understanding. I just needed you to know how I feel. After that night, I resolved to focus on repairing my marriage. Mark and I planned a weekend getaway to reconnect, but the distance between us felt insurmountable. Every attempt at conversation fell flat, and I found myself thinking about Ryan more than I wanted to admit. By the time we returned home, I knew something had to change. I couldn't keep living in this limbo, torn between my responsibilities and my emotions. Ryan and I eventually found a way to maintain our connection without crossing boundaries. Our bond remained strong, but we both knew where the line was drawn. It wasn't easy, but it was necessary.
Okay, we're doing like a few more.
No, I didn't really get that one.
That wasn't fun. Who is Billy for real? Okay, never mind. Okay, so we keep on doing sus Reddit stories. And should we do a reaction to reacting? Like I've been doing? I've been doing this a lot, but I've only done once. I mean, is this part 2?
No, it's probably not. It's probably gonna be long, like lie. Let's do the reaction.
What the? Okay, let's do reaction to reaction. The second one's a reaction. This guy's funny. Okay, make sure to subscribe to Rich Lev then. No, what the
First, I
heck?
was shocked.
Relax.
But then I touched his magic wand, and he pulled me into his room. In his room, we played some games. I mean, we had Shreks.
Who the says that? We had Shreks. Yeah, we had Shrek. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Live Fam. Dang. Now today, bro, we're bringing something back that we haven't done in a very, very long time, bro. And it's actually sus Reddit stories. And there's nothing gonna be sus about it. It's gonna be perfectly fine Reddit stories that, you know, we all watch on a daily basis, all right? So as always, we're gonna be searching up the term sus Reddit stories on YouTube like we used to do back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day. But yeah, and we're just gonna check out some shorts, bro. We might even go on TikTok. We'll see if there's enough on YouTube to watch it and damage our eyes with. But yeah, without further ado, make sure to grab your popcorn. Let's see. Also, make sure to wash your butt, man. Your stink ass on, boy. Go wash your butt, man. All right, bro. First one, unholy groceries. Let's see.
What's the weirdest thing you've been caught buying? I was buying whipped cream, rope, candles, and a cucumber.
Oh.
An old lady behind
Wait, hold on. Whipped cream, rope, what?
rope,
Candles, and a cucumber. Nigga, what the fuck you making? What is you making, my nigga? Yo, this gotta be like an ASMR channel or something, right? Like, I'm trying to figure out the food combination there.
cucumber. An old lady behind me raised one eyebrow and said, "You know Jesus sees you, right?" I switched lanes.
Damn.
Still bought the cucumber.
Switch lane. Still bought the cucumber. Like, get your freak ass on, but nobody asked you, bro. Nobody asked you to come on here and say that.
What's the worst reason you hooked up with someone?
What's the
I had
worst
a friend
reason?
in college who shared a resemblance to me. We
Yeah.
go to parties and introduce ourselves as brother and sister the whole night. Really
Oh,
pull
nice.
apart. Then we end each night making out furiously and
And you didn't enjoy that? You just this was just a joke. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we just go to parties and make out, bro. Like, it's such a nice prank, bro. Like, bro, get your freak ass on, man.
play the part. Then we'd end each night making out furiously in front of everyone.
Now, what do you exactly mean by make out furiously, bro? Is it like? Never mind. Let me sit my black ass down. Never mind. Just cut that out the video. Let's
My
see.
sister got stuck in the washing machine arranging her stuffed animals. At least
Oh,
that's
really?
what I thought was happening when I heard.
So she got stuck in a washing machine arranging her stuffed animals. What the fuck are her stuffed animals in the washing machine for, bro? Like, or even around it. I mean, I don't know, bro. I'm just asking questions already.
Machine arranging her stuffed animals. At least that's what I thought was happening when I heard her yelling from the laundry room. I rushed in
yeah.
and find her waist deep in our front-loading washer, legs dangling out, surrounded by what looked like a stuffed animal crime scene. There were bears, unicorns, and random plush creatures scattered everywhere.
Right.
I'm stuck, she's screaming. So I grab her legs and start pulling. Nothing. I try a different angle, pulling from her arms. Still nothing. This girl is seriously...
Yeah, the last resort, bro. Like, you know, pulling doesn't work, grabbing doesn't work. You gotta just start stroking, bro. Like, I guess that's just how the story goes every time. I guess that's the logic, you know what I'm saying? Because that's somehow gonna get them out.
Pulling from her arms. Still nothing. This girl is seriously wedged in there like she's been vacuum sealed for freshness. I'm starting to sweat because our washing machine cost more than my car. And I can already picture Dad's face when I have to explain why we need to call a repairman to extract a child from our laundry appliances. I'm getting sweaty after like 10 minutes of this.
Yo, that has to be so embarrassing if you had to actually have to do that. Like, if you had to get unstuck out of a washer. Because it's definitely very possible, chat. You know what I'm saying? If you have a certain circumference and the washer's not that big, yeah, you might be cooked. Put your body in there, you might not come out.
Of this, and honestly starting to panic. What if she's actually hurt? What if I have to explain to my parents how my little sister became permanently fused with laundry equipment?
Damn.
Okay, stop moving for a second.
Well, she could be like a skibbity toilet, but like a washer.
Fused with laundry equipment. Okay, stop moving for a second, I tell her, trying to sound calm. Let me think. That's when I notice something weird. Every time I pull, she seems to grip something inside the washer, and she's not crying anymore, which is suspicious because Emily cries when her toast breaks wrong. Emily,
okay.
are you holding on to something?
Yeah, what are you holding on
she
to?
says way too
What?
quickly, in that voice she uses when she definitely ate the last cookie. I
What?
try again, this time watching her hands. She's literally grabbing the rubber seal inside the door with both hands.
The
Knuckles
rubber
white from
seal?
Gripping. Emily, let go. I don't want to. This is my mansion, she whines. And
Are we dead ass? So she just playing the whole damn time, bro. She not even stuck. She holding on. Adoption center. Sorry, gotta do it to you, man.
suddenly I realize I've been played by an 8-year-old.
That's
Look how
crazy.
perfect everything is in here.
That's
Peer
insane.
Inside, and my jaw drops. She somehow arranged like 20 stuffed animals in this elaborate little setup that looks like a tiny apartment. Her
Wow.
favorite bear, Mr. Snuggles, is sitting in the back like he's on a throne,
Wow.
wearing one of her doll's tiaras. The smaller animals are arranged
Okay, bro. So she wasn't arranging nothing. That's a good story. I like that. It's not sus enough, though.
Why
What
is there a hole in the Nutella jar?
Oh, hell no.
A gaping hole in the middle of the jar. It's
What?
about 4 inches deep and an inch wide.
Yo, this is an insane hole, my nigga. Like, what the fuck? Yo. I mean, it's so perfect.
The
Wait,
gaping
no,
hole in
not
the
like
middle of
that,
the
though.
jar. It's about 4 inches deep and an inch wide.
Very peculiar.
I know, right?
Very
It also
peculiar.
smells weird.
That's probably because it's expired.
I bought it yesterday,
Oh.
and it didn't have a hole in it last night. What?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, whoever did that, you need to get your freak ass on, man. Bro, sticking a weenie in a Nutella? Bro. You don't have to do that, dude. It's not gonna add more flavor all of a sudden.
What could have possibly happened?
Tough question. Just throw it out?
No.
Yes.
Nope.
Yup.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
I feel like you know what happened to the jar. Can you just be honest with me?
Honest about what? What are you even asking?
Whatever it is, you're not telling me. Don't you trust me? It can't be that bad.
You're right, it's not. Well, actually, it's pretty bad.
So you do.
It is pretty bad.
Look, I can explain.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
looking very closely right now at some kind of slimy substance at the bottom.
Oh, hell no. So he wasn't just trying to put flavor, he was trying to add flavoring.
It looks like a white or hot glue.
Throw it away. Trust me.
Hot glue.
It's been so long since I've seen a good mystery. Something similar happened back in my freshman year.
Huh?
The computers in our sorority house always smelled like fish, and they always had this weird coating on them.
Oh,
I could never
really?
Figure out what was happening, but they stunk really bad.
Oh, so you're used to this.
Yes, isn't that strange?
I guess.
This time I'm getting to the bottom of it. Literally.
I've been needing more art in my bedroom and recently painted this canvas. However, I wasn't quite sure the best way to hang it, so I turned to chat.
Sorry, chat. I had to get the brain flowing so that I don't lose all my brain cells watching this.
Bottom of the jar.
Wait, no. Hold on. It's not safe. What if it's poisoned?
It tastes like...
Stop.
One more lick.
Dear God.
Oh. Julian, just ask me next time, okay?
Bro, both y'all need to get your freak asses on, man. Nah, dead ass, bro. This is the worst story I ever heard in my life, dude. Ain't no way. I don't really get it. Yeah, just don't get it, bro. Just don't get it. My dirty mind. I mean, it's not even about having dirty mind at this point. You know exactly what they talking about, bro. Like, what else is a creamy white? You know what? Let's just leave it up to the little Timmys. I don't know. I got pounded by one of my patients. What the?
I am a 19 years old nurse, and I got pounded by one of my patients.
Oh, nice.
A few weeks ago, there was this patient we had. He was kept in the hospital after his operation.
Right.
He was tall and attractive.
Right.
I always found him cute.
Right.
One night, I went down to the nearest deli to grab some chips. On the way back, this patient walked by. I nodded my head to greet him, and he did the same. He pressed the elevator and rode with me in the elevator. The whole
He rode you in the
ride was
elevator?
silent, but his stares at me spoke something else. When I
Okay.
reached my floor, he was still looking at me. I asked him if everything is okay and if he needs help to get back into his room, and he nodded. We reached his room, and I offered him something of my snacks. He refused and said that he wanted something else. I raised my eyebrows at him in question.
I ain't gonna lie. You threw him the lob and he just dunked that bitch, bro.
I raised my
Yeah,
eyebrows at him in question, but he began touching my kitty cat.
You mean the cat you brought along to his room, right? Like you had a cat, like Garfield type shit, you know, lasagna type shit.
First I was shocked, but then I touched his magic wand and he pulled me into his room. In his room, we played some games. I mean, we had Shreks. It lasted like 5 hours before he—
We had what? I just, yo, that went way over my head, bro. I thought she said we watched Shrek, and I just realized she said we had. Wait, hold on, bro. Hold on.
First I was shocked.
Relax.
But then I touched his magic wand and he pulled me into his room. In his room, we played some games. I mean, we had Shreks.
Who the fuck says that? We had Shreks. Yeah, we had Shrek. Get your freak ass home, man. Oh, hell no, bro. Oh, hell no. Who the hell made these stories, bro? And this is probably somebody's real story, too, isn't it? I already know, bro.
It lasted like 5 hours before he nut. The next
Nigga, you got a defective wee wee.
day he was released, and I never saw him again. I didn't even know his name, so I checked it on the list. I was in shock when I saw this.
Oh, he's on
To
the
my
list, all
surprise,
right.
It was my uncle, who I haven't seen for like 10 years. I was in shock when I saw this.
Oh, he's on
To
the
my
list, all
surprise,
right.
It was my uncle. I didn't even know his name, so I checked it on the list. I was in shock when I saw this.
Oh, he's on
To
the
my
list, all
surprise,
right.
It was my uncle, who I haven't seen for like 10 years.
What the fuck she just say? What she just say? Nah. I gotta be hearing stuff, right? I gotta be hearing stuff. It's gotta be cap. Gotta be cap. I'm just hearing stuff, chat. It's my mind's just being dirty, and I just heard some crazy shit right now. Hold on.
5 hours before he nut.
Yep.
The next day he was released, and I never saw him again. I didn't even know his name, so I checked it on the list.
Right.
I was in shock when I saw this. To my surprise, it was my uncle, who I haven't seen for like 10 years.
You're both banned from the earth, bro. You gotta go. You gotta leave, my boy. You gotta get out of here. You can't even be on the earth or space, my nigga. Like, how the fuck? You got all surprised, bro. Like, how the fuck? Even if you haven't seen your uncle for 10 years, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. I mean, I guess I get the benefit of the doubt to her because she said she's 19. And then 10 years ago was 9 years old. I guess, but that's, yo, how do you just not know any facial features? Nothing.
Surprise, it was my uncle, who I haven't seen for like 10 years. I mean, it is what it is. It happened, so I can't go back and change it. I can only fondly remember our experience. I must admit that I love that. Magic wand.
Get your 3, gas. Oh, man. Nah, deadass. This is pissing me off. I'm using magic wand to fucking poof you from the earth, bro. That's what I'm about to do, bro.
It was creepy how quick I was to spring into action and get an opportunity to play with Amy's melons.
You mean like watermelon, melon, cantaloupe, that type of shit, right? That's what we talking about, Chad. Nah. It's the beginning of the video. Ain't no way he's talking like that, bro.
A few of the other women and a couple guys there agreed and were making fun of me.
Yeah.
I was pretty upset about that, but I didn't want to
About
make
his
a scene,
melon,
so I just
yeah.
ignored it for the time being.
Uh-huh.
Later that day, though, I was sitting by the fire pit and Sarah was sitting across from me.
Right.
Nobody else was around, so I took the opportunity to ask her why she was making fun of me for helping Amy. She
Damn.
said, I guess that was a little mean of me. I'm sorry that I did that. I just thought it was kind of weird how you saw her melons were hurt and you ran up to her and insisted on helping. I know you're in nursing school.
I mean, you gotta help the melons, bro. I mean, you grow them from the crop day up, day down. So, like, you gotta help them. You gotta peel them off. You gotta eat them, keep them fresh and juicy.
I think you should have let a girl handle it. We all know first aid too. I thanked her for her apology.
Oh.
I don't like confrontation, so I just said, all right, I guess I'll keep that in mind.
So only girls can do agriculture? Are we being sexist?
All right, I guess I'll keep that in mind from now on. I
Okay.
realized that Amy might not know that they were talking crap about me, so I'm
Damn.
going to call or text her and inform her about all this.
Yeah, tell her, bro.
I called
Tell
Amy
her.
and asked her how the cut was healing.
Damn.
She said it was healing well and she was keeping an eye on it.
Wait, cut.
I asked her if she knew
What?
anything about the things Sarah and others said about me.
Wait,
and
what?
Sarah said at the fire pit. Amy had no idea. She said the other women were asking her if she was okay and what happened, but
Oh.
she assumed they were worried about the injury and not about me helping her. Amy was incredibly upset that they would shade me like this, especially
Oh,
with a
right.
situation that involved her. She went to the friend group chat and tore a new a-hole into all the people that were just talking,
You tore a-holes? Let's go.
especially Sarah. Sarah and the others apologized to me in the group chat, but Amy said I
Damn.
shouldn't accept their apologies because they sat back and talked smack on the one person who actually stepped up and helped.
Damn,
Also asked
bro.
Greg not to invite Sarah to the next pool party, and Greg readily agreed.
You not invited to the next pool party? You're cooked, buddy. You're absolutely cooked. All because you don't want my boy to play with some melons.
A few of the others tried to say that was too far, but Amy just told them to shut the fudge up and do something next time.
Yeah, shut the fudge up. Shut the fudge up. Shut the fudge. Oh, that sounded so good to say when you're a little Timmy, bro. I'm like, shut the front door. Oh my gosh, and then you still get whooped.
But Amy just told them to shut the fudge up and do something next time someone's hurt instead of sitting on their butts and to say
Damn.
that everyone deserves a friend like Amy.
Nah, that's a fact. W Amy, bro. Dead ass. W Amy. W Amy. Let him touch your melons. Never mind.
My
What is it?
stepson said make me nut.
Are we dead ass, son? Melons. Never mind.
My
What is it?
stepson said make me nut.
Are we dead ass, son? Are we dead ass? Ain't no way. No. This did not start like I'm hallucinating. I'm hallucinating.
My stepson said make me nut. So I made him. I, 39,
what? Hey,
live with
hey,
my husband,
hey.
39, and 3.
I'm hallucinating.
My stepson said make me nut. So I made him. I, 39,
what? Hey,
live with
hey,
my husband,
hey.
39, and 3 children, 19, 13, and 5. Only the youngest is shared with my husband, and the other 2 are from previous relationship. My
Okay.
husband is the only parent working.
What about the nut part?
My 19th son moved out over a year ago,
What?
but was back within 6 months and living in our lounge room on a mattress as we didn't have the spare bedroom.
Wait. Which son is she talking
Over
about?
a year ago, but was back within
Sorry,
6
I lost
months
track.
and living in our lounge room on a mattress as we. My 19th son moved out.
Okay, 19.
over
Okay,
a
okay,
year
okay.
ago, 6 months and living in our lounge room on a mattress
19.
as we didn't have the spare bedroom.
Right.
We had to move soon anyways as our lease was ending.
Right.
So we discussed it with my son on what his plans were.
That's a lot of meat. wait, hold on. Sorry.
As the current rental situation is hard to get into, he decided to stick it out at home.
Stick it out.
He was working full-time, bringing in about $1,000 per week.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
moved
that's
into
nice.
a new,
That's
bigger
nice.
house, giving everyone their own space.
Okay.
We discussed with him to pay his way, $180 for rent, $40 for all bills, and $100 towards food.
That's a deal.
This he agreed to.
Okay.
Shortly after moving into the new house, my son was made redundant and received a payout.
Nice.
He spent most of it on Uber Eats.
So where the fuck the nut at? Where's the nut? Wait, hold on.
My step.
Okay, but like, what? Proof I'll watch anything when I'm bored. Type of stuff bro wants to do after 10 p.m. This is not a skincare recipe. Yo, where was the nut, bro? Not that that was the punchline, so I was waiting for it in the story.
My friend's mom invited me to stay over. Her intentions?
Nigga, huh? Your friend's mom invited you to stay over. Like, there was no conversation between you and the homie, and then he asked his mom, and then like maybe you talked to his mom like, hey, can I spend over? No, his mom hit you up. That's kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. If it is that way, but let's see.
I was at my best friend's house for a late night study session.
Okay.
We were cramming for exams, and as usual, time flew by.
Right.
By the time we realized it, it was almost midnight.
Yo, chat, you know what I hate about like going over people's house and studying and shit? It's like, you know the goal, like what it is, but it never goes that way, bro. Let's be honest. You end up talking, you end up doing something else, playing some games, whatever. You're like, okay, we'll study, you know, at this time or whatever, and then all of a sudden you pull an all-nighter, man. Oh my gosh.
I started packing up to head home, but that's when his mom walked into the room. She looked at me and said, "It's too late to go back.
Wait,
Why
what?
don't you stay here for the night?"
What?
I hesitated. I mean, it sounded innocent enough, but something about the way she said it made me feel...
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I mean...
She wasn't looking...
I mean, just her just saying, it's too late, you gotta stay. It's too late, you can't go home now. You can't go home now. Like, bro, you're not even gonna say, hey, let's ask your mom if you can stay over because it's kind of late, honey, you know, let's, so you don't have to go home so late and be so tired for tomorrow. Let's ask your mom. No, you gotta stay. It's too late now.
She wasn't looking at me like a mom. Her tone was softer than usual, almost too friendly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My friend didn't seem to notice and shrugged it off, saying, "Yeah, man, just crash here. It's no big deal."
Just crack her?
But as the night
crash.
went on,
Sorry.
things got weirder. My friend went to bed early, and his mom insisted on setting up the guest room for me. She brought me
nice.
tea, asked me if I needed anything else,
Right.
and even sat down to chat for a while. Way longer than necessary.
Need some
I couldn't
puss.
shake the feeling that this wasn't just a kind gesture. At one point, she even said, "You've really grown up into such a nice young man."
Okay, like... Okay, what that's supposed to mean?
Her tone gave me chills. I pretended to be tired and went to bed, but I couldn't sleep.
Bruh.
Was I overthinking it? Or were her intentions not so innocent after all?
I don't know, bro.
Let me know.
I don't know. Did you even ask your mama? Like, bro, I mean, unless they're like in college or something, then I guess. But yeah, I don't know. What do you mean your friend went to bed early? It was like 12 a.m. Yo, Chad, some people are super late birds like me, so 12 a.m. is like early, bro. I'm actually recording this right now at 12:37 a.m., which is pretty crazy. I always record at night.
Hey, and my roommate seriously can't stand that. But why does he keep sleepwalking into my bed? My roommate Ethan made his feelings about me.
Well, you're gay and your friend keeps sleepwalking to his bed. I mean, maybe he's trying to like enhance your gayness.
Walking into my bed.
I
My
don't
roommate
know.
Ethan made his feelings about me being gay crystal clear from day one. The guy would literally spray Lysol on door handles after I touched them. Moved his...
Okay, buddy, really? So he's completely against it. So much that he puts Lysol? Yeah, my nigga might be gay. Yeah, he's gonna come out the closet at some point.
Moved his toothbrush to the complete opposite side of the bathroom and once
Okay.
threw away a perfectly good sandwich because I'd breathed near it. Just being careful.
Okay, the toothbrush thing is actually valid. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want my toothbrush near anybody's either. But yeah, the other two things, what the fuck? That's just stupid.
Because I'd breathed near it. Just being careful.
Breathe
he'd say
near it.
whenever I caught him mid-disinfection ritual. You never know what
Wow.
people carry. But here's where it gets weird. Every single night for 3 weeks straight, I'd wake up around 2 a.m. to Ethan sleepwalking into my room like some kind of homing pigeon. He'd climb into my twin bed, wrap his arms around me, and sleep until morning. The contradiction.
Oh, so he's doing what he really wants to do. Yup, that sounds pretty accurate.
Were driving me absolutely insane. During the day, this guy would literally jump backward if our hands accidentally touched reaching for the same coffee mug. At night, he'd spoon me like we were newlyweds on
Bro.
our honeymoon. I started keeping...
I'm telling you, people that are like overly try to avoid being gay in every aspect, it's just, there's something wrong, bro. It's something wrong. Like, dude, do you feel this way? You like feel guilty for, you know, feeling gay or something? It's okay, bro. There's nothing wrong with it. Just embrace it at that point. But it's like you try to, you know, make others feel like they're disgusting, vile human beings just because they're gay. Like, dude, you know, it's not that fucking big of a deal. Nobody's bothering you. Nobody's bothering you. Like, shut your bitch ass up. Live your life, man.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. God.
Guys, Nina just built an app. At night, he'd spoon me like we were newlyweds on our honeymoon. I started keeping a mental log. Day, Ethan wouldn't share an elevator with me. Night, Ethan used my shoulder as a pillow for 6 hours straight. At first, I thought maybe he was just a natural sleepwalker who happened to be confused about room locations, but our door layout made that impossible. My room was at the complete opposite end of the hallway from his. He'd have to navigate 3 turns and walk past the bathroom to reach me. Plus,
oh yeah, he ain't sleepwalking, money. He ain't sleepwalking.
Our other roommate, Zach, confirmed Ethan had never sleepwalked before I moved in. Dude sleeps like a rock, Zach told me. Never moves an inch all night. Last Tuesday, I decided to run an experiment.
Oh, he gonna move inches now. He gonna move inches
all night. Last Tuesday, I decided to run an experiment. I deliberately left my laptop open with Grindr visible, knowing Ethan would see it when he got home from his evening jog. The reaction was immediate and dramatic. Ethan walked in, saw the screen, and went into full decontamination mode. He spent 2 hours cleaning every surface in our apartment with bleach, muttering...
You clean your apartment with bleach because bro was on a dating website. Oh hell no. Yeah, this motherfucker, he needs to come out the closet, bro.
With bleach, muttering
It is what it is.
about keeping diseases away and maintaining boundaries. He even threw out our shared bag of chips because I'd eaten from it earlier. Can't be too careful, he said, avoiding eye contact. That night, though, right on schedule, sleepwalking Ethan appeared at my bedside. But this time was different. Instead of his usual peaceful slumber, he was agitated, tossing and turning, mumbling incoherently. I caught fragments. No, can't, not supposed to like, and then, clear as day, I'm not like him. I'm not like him. The pieces suddenly clicked into place like a jigsaw puzzle solving itself. I started recording him with my phone, not to embarrass him, but to have proof of what was happening. The footage was surreal. This guy who acted like I was contaminated during the day, holding me like I was the most precious thing in the world at night. The next morning, I decided to end this charade once and for all. Ethan was making his usual post-workout protein shake, pointedly using a different blender because I'd made smoothies in ours yesterday.
This motherfucker can't even use the same blender. Yo, there's actually something wrong with his brain, bro. Ain't no way. I doubt that he's sleepwalking. I think he's just using it as an excuse to cuddle up with my boy. It is what it is, bro. Is bro thick or something? Like, what you like about him, man? You like so many things, and now you're trying to deny it. You're trying to deny that you want his cheeks. It's okay, bro. It's okay, dude. We do it with the homies all the time.
Because I'd made smoothies in ours yesterday. Ethan, I said, leaning against the kitchen counter. Are you gay? The protein powder container slipped from his hands, exploding white dust across our kitchen floor. His face drained of all color like someone had pulled a plug. What? No, that's disgusting. Why would you even ask that? I pulled out my phone and showed him the video from last night. His face watching himself curl up against me, mumbling my name in his sleep. Because you keep sleep cuddling with the guy you supposedly find so repulsive. He stared at the screen for what felt like an eternity, his mouth opening and closing like a fish out of water. I could practically see his internal walls crumbling in real time. Finally, his shoulders sagged in defeat. I've been fighting it for years, he whispered, voice barely audible. I thought if I acted disgusted enough, if I pushed those feelings down hard enough, they'd eventually disappear.
That's what I said, bro. I knew this is what he was doing. I knew it, bro. Like, usually people that are just so repulsive to being gay, like they're so against it, like, you know, they go out of their way. I hate gay shit, blah, blah, blah. And like anybody that does anything is just so ugly and disgusting. It's like they're repressing their true feelings, you know? They just want to come out the closet, my boy, you know? People that are comfortable in their sexuality, whatever, they don't give a fuck. Like, they don't care, bro, because gay, straight, it doesn't matter what the hell you are, like, it ain't affecting my life.
Voice barely audible. I thought if I acted disgusted enough, if I pushed those feelings down hard enough, they'd eventually disappear. My dad always said guys like that were wrong. Well, I said gently, your subconscious clearly has other plans. Ethan looked up at me with tears in his eyes. I'm so sorry. The cleaning, the comments, I was horrible to you. I was trying to convince myself more than anyone else. You were scared, I replied, but maybe it's time to stop running from yourself. That night, for the first time in weeks, Ethan knocked on my door while fully awake. Can we just talk? He asked, fidgeting with his hands. We talked.
I don't think he wants to just talk.
Until sunrise. About fear, about family expectations, about the exhausting weight of pretending to be someone you're not. 3 months later, Ethan came out to his parents. It didn't go well, but he said finally being honest felt like breathing for the first time in years. And yes, he still sleeps in my bed sometimes, but now he asks first. I'm gay.
Hey, at least he asked though. But yeah, this is a tough story because this is some real shit that people go through, you know? They get instilled. Everybody has their beliefs and stuff, you know, like I have my beliefs or whatever. But the one thing that I'm super open-minded and I accept things for what they are. Like, yeah, myself, I'm a straight male and I'm not going to be gay. I'm not interested in being gay at all. And I have no interest in men at all. You know what I'm saying? No matter the sus jokes or whatever. But it's like that, just because I feel that way doesn't mean that the whole world has to feel the way that I feel, bro. I'm not fucking stupid like that and just closed-minded and just think, oh, everybody has that's gay or anything else is just super bad. And that's the problem, is that a lot of people do feel that way for different, you know, whether it's religion reasons or any reasons, that it's just not a traditional thing in their culture or whatever. So I understand why it's just so hard, and that's why he's trying so hard to repulse it, because his family's gonna be disappointed. Everybody's gonna be disappointed and look at him a certain way, and that could drive people to be depressed and even, you know, commit S words. So yeah, this is super complicated. But hey, you're ever in this type of situation, you watch my video somehow, just be yourself, man. Be yourself, because at the end of the day, if you're not happy, like, what are you continuing to go through life for if you're not doing things that you're happy with? You know, like, you got to be happy for yourself first before anyone else. So yeah, chat, sorry, that got a little deep, but yeah, that was a good story. A little sus, but a little good.
So I came home early one day, right?
Right.
Nobody's supposed to be there.
Right.
House is dead quiet.
Right.
I go upstairs and I hear, like, noises, not regular noises. You know the type.
No, I don't, nigga. Describe it. Fuck you mean I know the type? How am I supposed to know the type if I don't hear the sound, man?
I knock, no answer. I open the door and boom, my stepsister is on her laptop with 3 screens, headphones on, and she's got like a timer going.
She could just be studying, you know? She's studying for a test and she's... Multitasking. One screen got the Spotify on it. The other screen got the study. The other screen got her little essay that she's typing or notes she's taking. Okay. Yeah.
It looked like a mission control center. For what? I don't even want to know. She jumps, slams the laptop shut, and yells,
"Oh,
get out!" Like I just caught her launching nukes.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, I've never looked at her the same since.
Right.
And I still don't know what the timer was for.
Okay, this was the worst fucking AI story I've ever seen in my life, bro. What the fuck was that? All right, chat, that's gonna wrap it up for the sus Reddit stories, bro.
Okay, make sure to subscribe to Rushlev and Sus Monkey. Subscribe to Sus Monkey. He's goated.
Oh yeah.
Let me touch you, bro. Okay. That's the end of this video. See y'all next time.